Okay. Sorry about that.
Webinar fuel, you name it, we have it.
You got the whole shebang going on. Okay, good stuff.
So let me share my screen, guys. We always like to start everything off like really quick. Everybody in the chat box, who bought some silver today? Because we like to fire everybody up on our calls. Like, did anybody buy any silver? Did anybody sign anybody up today on their 7K business? We always like to start that off like really quick, just to get everybody listening to us and stuff like that. Anybody buy any silver, gold today? Anybody get the VIP coin drop? I know a lot of our team did, but anyway, so Dave, you want to walk these guys through this?
Yeah, so guys, what pretty much happened, so Frank and I, of course, we have a team we call Stack 'em Up. It's a decent sized team. We're spread out all over. And as we have our team calls and everything like that, our biggest thing we found was a lot of our downline and different things just didn't have the confidence or didn't go through the trainings or whatever it was that they didn't feel they could present 7K well enough with confidence or answer the questions that they were getting. So Frank, of course, like I said, has been a graphic designer for over 20 years and worked with some of the biggest companies in probably the world. So he's, we're lucky to have him. He's able to handle some things and all of that. So what we wound up doing was creating a postcard piece. Okay, so what you're looking at really is just a map of how we draw out different things so we can explain it easier to our downline and our team. Of course, now everybody at 4%. So we designed a postcard that has a QR code. That QR code, we're able to link that to your 7K app. Okay, so and then it goes to the Y7K video. So we chose the Y7K video because it's, again, when we were on the phone with Blake and compliance and different things, it was the best converting video for 7K because it's only 7 minutes. So they touch a little bit on everything that's good about 7K. Without overdoing it, we call throwing up in a sense, but without too much info. So they go to the Y7K video. At that point, they can click on become a member, pick their membership, they show up in your holding tank, you place them left or right. If they do want more info, they can just click on next video, how to get paid, then it goes to wealth strategy, then sound money, and then the $1.2 million mistake, right? So they have all these different options that at any point they can click on become a member. And then of course on the app itself and on the card, which we're going to show you, your phone number's on there. So they can just call you like, hey, I got your card, I want some info. What's this all about, right? So the other thing it does, and again, we'll talk a little bit how we talk to our team, is you technically do not have to talk downlines, because the minute we feel when you talk to a lot of people, they all start out like they all hear the horror stories of pyramid, multi-level marketing. You're not going to make no money, blah, blah, blah. Of course, it's all, I don't want to curse, but a bunch of bull. So with that, it takes that whole equation out, because with this system, it just fills your front line. And your people that are under you, if they all do the same system, of course, everyone's speaking the same language, it all just works. So everyone just has to focus on their front line. Like, you don't have to do anything else. Stack your silver, share 7K, and you're good. So does everyone kind of understand how that all works? If you can, just put a 1 in the chat box. It's just kind of how we run, again, our Zooms, just to make sure if there is any questions, maybe Vic will give us a couple minutes and you guys can ask us some, but it's a very simple plan to get it, like, just get people interested in 7K and starting that conversation. Yep. So we look like we're good, Frank. So the other thing I want to just, we call it house rules, if you would. A couple things with you guys. I know Vic's done this numerous times. A couple things. Please don't take screenshots, okay? Please just focus on what we're showing you. Please 100% do not post anything in 7K exclusive. So Blake, Casey, they run a tight ship. Everybody knows that compliance. And this is working for a bunch of teams. We have plenty of people that are using them. 7K exclusive is not a for sale forum anymore. They don't like it. They don't like none of that stuff.
Is it over, Steve?
The audio paused on our end.
Yep, is it over?
You guys wanna, or is it, or Frank, is this your territory?
There it goes.
Show the creatives and.
Oh, yeah, we're going there right now. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be moving for you guys. So,
Steve, I think it's paused.
and everybody said
What'd it
the
say?
exact same thing, okay? And their answer was, I don't know how to promote 7K on
Your mic unmuted. We're hearing the audio through you on the Zoom call.
We're all taught to go do. So I said, let me give me like a week and a half, and I'm gonna.
So do I
create
need to
something for
mute?
Everybody
No, stay unmuted.
out, okay? And let me see if I can help you guys out. I want to make you guys all look like $1 million without having to present. Okay, that's what I do. That's my job, right? So that's what I went to work for, and then that's what we did. We watched this 7K video probably 100 times, right? So we got all the language out of that. And then what I did was create these. Okay, let's go over to the samples,
Yeah.
right, Dave?
Yep, we can go to those coins.
So we created these postcards, okay? In my time, I probably dropped or mailed out close to 2.5, 3 million postcards with all the companies that I've worked with over the years. So I consider myself an expert in postcard marketing. So my job is to create a postcard for when you guys hand out, it gets instant like presents, right? We want to do that and like wow them. Whoever is grabbing this card or your prospect or whatever, right? You want to wow them right out of the gate, right? So instantly, the first thing that they're going to see, again, we all know the Silver Eagle, we know the Panther, we know all these coins. When a prospect sees this, it instantly asks the question, Dave, what is this? Vic, what is this, right? And it breaks the ice, right? So these are the ones that we came up with. They're all approved by 7K as of right now, right? All these ones that you're seeing, and we're coming out with new designs all the time. Dave, you want to jump in and add?
Yeah, so pretty much, again, number 4, so the Silver Eagle, of course, pretty much is the most common, right? Everybody knows that coin. So as, again, Vic, I'll probably say Vic says, because again, we follow Vic with them weekly, of course, all the time. So subconsciously, when you hand somebody that, they know you're getting ready to talk silver and gold. I mean, why are you handing this to somebody?
How big are these guys? How big are these in size? So what I love about this particular angle, this design that whoever came up with, Frank, is it you or Dave or whoever, clever, because it's an actual round postcard. It's not a typical, right? So, and
Let me see if I can show this. So it's 6 inches in round.
6
So,
is a very decent size.
Yeah, so it's very decent.
Well, just to give you guys something. So here's the
Well,
Will
it's not
Smith
a few, right?
right?
A little bigger.
If you put this in there,
Right.
so you can kind of see the size of it.
Yep.
Okay, so the reason why we went with round is because remember, we want to always be different, right? When you're branding postcards, you always want to stand out. You never, I'm going to tell everyone right now, anybody who has postcard or business cards, you can just chuck them in the trash. They don't work. Because the reason why I say that is, when was the last time you shuffled through a pile of business cards to find somebody's number? It just doesn't work. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go network with my business cards. You could just scrap them. So what we wanted to do was stand out in the marketplace, and that's why we went round, because everybody's used to getting a 4x6 postcard. Again, you look like everybody else. That's not who we are, right?
Yeah.
So when you hand these out, you instantly brand in their brain, right? So that's why we went with the round ones. And again, a nice size postcard to get that attention.
Frank, can you just back out a little bit? So guys, what's going to wind up happening right now as we go through these, you'll see numbers 1 through 12, correct? So if you're interested and want to be ordering any of these, maybe you have your phone next to you, pen, paper, anything, all you're going to write down is that number. That's how you're going to be contacting me after we're all done this. If, of course, you want to order any of these, you're going to be like, hey, Dave, I want to order. I want number 4. I want number 8. I want number 7, whatever that is. So again, just jot that number down. We'll leave the screen up for about 10 seconds, if you would, 20 seconds. Just take a look at them and just jot that number down. And then after you're good, again, if you just want to put a number 1 in the chat, let that go. Marina, you don't have to put it here. Just write it down. Like I said, we're going to connect later on a private level. So if you're ready, just put a number 1, and then that way I know we'll move on to the next set of samples.
Yeah, and a lot of guys and customers, they're always asking, like, what is the best coin, right? What's the best one? Which one should I buy? Well, there really isn't the right answer for that, right? It really depends on where you're headed with these. So, everybody knows about the Silver Eagle. Also, the Silver Eagle is shown in that Y7K video. So it all tracks and it all has the same flavor, right? You get it in your hand, you go scan it, and all of a sudden you're seeing that coin in that video. So it all makes sense, right? But at the other time, some of these guys, we're got Panthers going out all over South Jersey, right? These ones, they're sitting on a brick and mortar counter. Like we have a lot of guys that own brick and mortar stores. So they put these things right on their counter, and all of a sudden you're going up to pay. What is this Panther all about, Dave? Tell me more about this. They flip it over, it's silver and gold. So there really isn't a right or a wrong coin. But I will tell you this, if you own any of these coins, right? Just say you own the Black Panther, right? Everybody knows that one. If you're handing these out at a trade show and you have the Black Panther coin in your pocket or it's on your table, the credibility is there, right? You're talking about silver and gold, you're showing the postcard, and all of a sudden you whip out the coin to close the deal.
Yeah.
All right. Was there any other?
We're good, Frank. We can move on to the rectangles.
Okay.
Guys, so this set, of course, is our rectangle set, right? So we call it the blue theme, okay? So you have 4 different front options and then 4 different back options, right? So again, before I describe these to you or give you the description, the same thing. You can pick any front and any back. Okay, so you would be like, hey, Dave, I want 2B, or hey, Dave, I want 2D. So something like that, okay? So let's just start talking about the back. So all of them questions that are in the backs are all talked about in the Y7K video, right? So everything coincides with each other. Once they scan that, the same thing they're looking at physically is going to be in that video. And then it's going to ask, so should I buy silver and gold? Great question. I'm glad you asked. Protect yourself against poor government decisions and inflation. We make buying silver and gold simple. Watch the video. And then, of course, D is about the collectibles. Of course, the value, what we get them, well, what we pay for them, and then the current market value. So C pretty much is about the autosaver, but again, we don't put the autosaver on there because unless you're in 7K, you won't even know what an autosaver is. So it's more or less just we make buying silver and gold simple. Yeah. So there are your 4 different options there. Again, we do allow you to have your picture. We'll go over that in the next page or so. So you understand why some people want their picture, some people don't want their picture. So of course that one has all the fighter pilot coins on it. Again, it's a very popular coin. Everyone loves it, all that stuff. Frank, you can move on to the next page. So next page we call our grunge look and or the Liberty coin. So it's a little more darker, but it does have the American flag, the Liberty coin. It's America 9/11, silver and gold. It's just a hot topic right now. So a lot of people just love this whole setup. It just grabs attention. So we have a doc there. I mean, again, we have so many stories of so many people that are using them and having success. We would probably, I don't want to say bore you, but they remember the purpose of this card is designed to just get the conversation started. It's just designed for you to give it to someone and be like, what is this? And I want more info. So you just got to keep that in your head. You're not explaining all of 7K and what it offers to everybody in one sitting, if you would. It's just give it to them and you're good. So at the bottom, of course, again, it's just a white background with the Liberty. Of course, if you guys are on 7K's page, of course, you may know Gail. She's all over the place. We love her to death. She's, I think 70 some years old. She's
full of energy.
Yeah, full of energy. I mean, she drops postcards. She drove to the firehouse the other day and gave them out to like 14 soccer fighters. She's just all over the place. But the biggest thing is because she's that excited to have something to hand out. I mean, like, again, we spent tons of money on the Wealth Strategy books. They are great. They're a little, no, I don't say a little expensive. They're good for the purpose of like what they're used for, but they just get pretty pricey when you want to start handing out 50 and 100 of them in a crack. It just gets a little. So that is those ones. Again, all the backs are the same. They're just color coded different, of course, just so they match the fronts. So, but they're all the same backs. And then the last set is, of course, so again, we have members in Canada, so they wanted the Maple Leafs. They just felt, again, that's their coin. So it gives them the confidence to be able to go and hand them out. Number 11, of course, as Frank said, we also put the Silver Eagle on it. So again, when they do scan the QR code and watch the video, in the video, they talk about the Silver Eagle. So we didn't want to leave it out just so everything, again, meshes perfectly. So at this point, all I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to have Frank back out and go back to the blue theme. You see the letters and the numbers. Again, you want to just take a mental note, put it in your cell phone, write it on a piece of paper. Like, hey, I like this combination. Again, we'll give it like 20 seconds or so on each page, and you guys can do that.
And by the way, you guys, we are recording this, provided this will record with no issues here. It looks like so far so good. And so we're gonna post this in the back office in a replay. So you can always go back and just pause the video, if you need a little extra time to watch it.
Perfect.
So that's the
While you are doing it, I'll give you a quick story about these two gentlemen here. So these two gentlemen are helicopter mechanics out of Delaware, and they've been with us for a while, having trouble. They work with over 300 people in these helicopter hangars, and they work on the Army and all that stuff, helicopters, personal helicopters. So as me and Frank are talking to our team, we're like, don't you guys communicate and blah, blah, blah to get a downline going? And the biggest thing was they were so busy. I don't have time to go through the trainings. I'm nervous. What if they ask me a question? I don't know the answer. All the stuff that me and Frank just say it bluntly. If you're not in the 7K and know it and like talk about it, you'll never learn. So these guys told us they have a break room, right? In the middle of one of these airplane hangar deals. And we said, okay, let's give you these cards. Go put them in your break room, hang them up, all of that. Within the first week, both of them have a downline. So it was like that instant. Now, of course, them two are loving life. Me and Frank, of course, we say as team leaders, we're like, it's all because they didn't want to have the conversation with people.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the biggest, like they just didn't have that confidence. But now that the people are going to them, it's like they are the experts. So now they're like, oh yeah, let me show you my coins. I'll bring some in and watch that video. Do you see what we're doing? And then of course it just worked. All because they had this icebreaker of a postcard to start a conversation.
Yeah, let me jump in really quick. So guys, these are the guys that were on their way out. Okay, these are the guys that we saved. And I said, again, give me that 7 to 10 days. I'm going to make you look like $1 million. We put your picture on because again, that gives instant credibility. It almost goes back to like how the real estate people work. Everywhere you look, they're on their signs, their postcards, right? That's what this actually is. So when you see this up in the lunchroom, you're like, oh, dude, that's the guy that I work with out on the floor. But nobody would ever know that this guy does silver and gold.
Right.
And one of the things that I want to tell everybody is this is a true number too. I'm a numbers guy. Numbers tell the true story, right? And if you know numbers, they work for you in your business. So one of the things that I know for a fact that in 7K, 85% of the members that are in 7K, okay, I want everybody to jot this down, okay? are silver customers. 85%, okay? What does that mean? Okay? What that means is that's who we should be looking for. Silver customers, okay? Not builders. If you're looking for builders, they're out there like Vic and me and Dave, they're out there. But I'm telling you, it's easier to find a silver customer, let them come in, get comfortable, and then if they say, hey Vic, I want to make some money, right? Then it's the cherry on top, right? But we never ever look for a builder first. We tried doing that at the beginning and lost a lot of money, okay? So I'm just giving you that little tip. We're looking for silver customers. If they want to convert and be a builder, it's awesome. I talk to a lot of different team leaders, okay? Because I'm out there, I'm looking, right? My question to them is, how many builders do you have versus your silver customers? And it holds true against all the teams that I've talked to. Out of 100 silver customers, you're going to have 1 to 3, possibly 5 builders. These are true numbers, okay? And again, I only talk numbers because it tells the true story. So guys, what we're looking for is silver customers. If we can get you 40 silver customers, you guys are set, okay? What does that mean? Commissions, free auto savers, right? And then you're gonna be able to get that confidence because you're gonna start having that downline, okay? So that's what we talk, and I'm not going against, the grain on any of the team leaders, but we know some of the team leaders, after we had this talk, they're starting to switch what they're saying now. Because the builders are far and few between, okay?
They have to want to get into it, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. Like I said, not everybody wants to get into it, and there's plenty more silver customers. And at the end of the day, the silver customers and the auto savers and all that, that's what gives you the passive income at 7K. They're not calling you every month complaining that their credit card got hit, and they don't even know the value of silver because they got in with the wrong intention.
100%.
So anyway, guys, same thing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, E, F, G, and H, just so you guys are, going that way.
Does anybody, just really quick while they're looking at these, does anybody have any Canadian team members?
There may just be Canadians in here, you know what I mean? Just for,
Okay, so there we go.
yeah.
We just like to ask because we just got somebody from Australia that we're, again, looking for some designs for those guys. Again, I'm designing around the clock. And we have a lot more different cards coming out. I got this one idea that is going to blow you guys away. So
Like I'm in Australia. We're working on Australia.
Italy, we're coming to you.
We're trying to get to you, man.
Nick, while you're on, I know we talked, but was there any questions that, again, as you're seeing as you're hearing it for the second or third time from us, any questions that you have?
Maybe Frank?
Since this is like the second or third time you're hearing this from us, any questions?
Yeah, let's address the following. So first and foremost, clarify the QR code. How does it connect to the link? A little behind the scenes, how that works. So instead, okay, so step number one is somebody, if you guys want to order, okay, remember this does not replace what we're doing with Wealth Autopilot funnels and all these big fancy things that we're doing, right? From a digital standpoint, we're still going to do that. That does not go away. This does not replace anything. This is not a substitute for anything else. This is above and beyond. This is just another option for you. Very, very, very easy thing to do. And I see some questions people are asking, like, okay, can we mail these? Where do we get the list to mail? So remember, think simplicity, right? Think simplicity. What you guys are talking about is, getting people on a customer level first, because those people will not leave. If they come in for the right reason, right? They come in as a customer because they're coming for the product. They will be the customer forever. Like, I am buying gold and silver, and I'm not ever going to stop doing that, right? So it makes no sense to, but if you bring people for the wrong reason, that's when you have a problem. Like Avram is saying here, that people are dropping off. Guarantee you, bro, because they came in for the wrong reason.
100%. We saw that.
They don't even understand what gold and silver is, the value of it. They don't even care about that. They just want to make $20 or $200.
Right, 100%.
And if they didn't make that in the next 2 seconds or 2 months, that's when they drop out. So Okay, so think simplicity, ladies and gentlemen, right? So first and foremost, if you like personally, I love the round ones, man. Right, I love it. I think it stands out. It's different. It's got the little style to it. I think it's cool. You know, the size I think is perfect. So here's what I would do, right? Place an order. Step number one, if you want it, get something for you. I don't know, 100, 200, 500, what the minimum is, 500, whatever. 500.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you got 500 step, right? Get yourself these 500. Can they mix them up, Frank? Can they do like 100 of each or no?
No, minimum order is 500 per design. Yeah, but you can order multiple. Just like a lot of guys are, they're ordering multiple designs. They're buying a cooling. Yeah, you can
So
do that.
I'm gonna. And sorry, my wife is texting me. You know, she's like, oh, well, okay. So here's what I would do, right? Decide which design you like the best. Personally, there is no wrong answer here. There's no right or wrong. They're all awesome, right? So, all right, you place an order if you want to. You have 500 of these in your possession. All right, QR code. When you place an order, when you contact Frank and Dave, guys, I have nothing to do with this. This is not affiliation here. There is no commissions involved. They're just a print shop is what they are. Right, Frank? You guys run a print shop.
Yes.
And so, you know, it's not another program or deal or anything. This is just a way for us to be able to get into the postcard marketing, at least phase one, which is very easy, very low, low hanging fruit, I think. So when you contact Frank and Dave to place your order, they'll ask you for your link for 7K medals, right?
Yep, correct.
You give, and they'll walk you through where to find that link, all these other things. You give them your link, your print attaches that QR code attaches to your link.
Correct.
So it's not a rotation link or anything. It's literally your hard code. That QR is your QR code for your personal link for 7K medals. Got it? Now,
Yes, simple.
very simple. So you get your order back. You got 500 cards with QR code that goes directly to your affiliate link for 7K medals, their video series to get people in, right? Okay. So what can you do with them? Your personal sphere of influence. You know people, you know family members. Look, gold and silver, man. We're not selling like something like sleazy or like.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, like if you're not 100% in on like what is happening, especially what's happening in the world right now, if you are not convinced that gold and silver is like, you should be screaming from the rooftops about this stuff to your family members, to your friends, to your church people, to your circle of influence, because it's just the right thing to do. Forget the money for a moment.
Yeah.
If there was no money involved, you would do that if you cared about your family and yourself as well, right?
Yeah.
Do you see my approach? So would I be embarrassed to talk about, to my friends, people that I go to church with, my family, my cousins, about gold and silver? I can't explain it as well, but hey, you scan this QR code with your phone, watch the video. Boom.
That's all you have to say.
Watch the video. You see how simple this is?
Yes.
No selling.
So yeah, we say that we promote our 7K business with one sentence. That's it. Just when you have a second, just scan that QR code. We want to share some information. That's all we say.
Dude, look, Russia is talking about getting on a gold standard now.
I just seen that.
Russia is talking about getting back on a gold standard, right?
Yeah.
United States is behind the 8 ball, man. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? The world is flipping upside down. There is, it's no joke, y'all. All right.
Yeah.
Now, watch.
All right, let's go to order. Let's go to pricing and then go to ordering, because a lot of these guys are at that point where they feel they just want that information.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the other bigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
So guys, here's the pricing right here for the 6-inch circles. Again, you can look at this, but Vic will have the replay going. So we go 500 to 10,000 on each of our things. So Frank will always say that I'm lucky. So again, I know a lot of people in my town with a lot of brick and mortar businesses. So as you guys are saying, like, how do you get these out, right? I get out thousands. I mean, again, we just build real, quickly. But so like, I have a buddy on our team owns a pizza shop. Silver Eagles go out on every pizza box. I mean, I just have like, so we have them. We have community boards, grocery stores. My town is plastered with Silver Eagles, and everybody knows 7K. I don't think they talk. I mean, even on my town page on Facebook, if somebody talks coins in silver and gold, I must get tagged 42 times.
Right.
So again, you got to remember, this is just, again, you need eyes. It's all about the numbers. So again, yeah, some people start with 500, 1,000. I get it. Most people do, depending on how you're going to do it. But that's how it would work there. So there you're
Let me jump in, Dave. Let me jump in. So Dave's talking about getting these out on the pizza boxes, right? So he's compounding his efforts, right? He's actually not handing these out. So what he did was he went into his pizza shop that he goes to like every Friday night and just said, hey, look, Vinny, I want to show you something. Could you make, how much would it be to get these on, how much would it be to get these on your pizza boxes, right? And Vinny goes to him like, dude, you're in here all the time. Just give me them. How much? And then Vinny's asking, well, what is it, right? So Vinny scans a QR code, right? He's all excited about it because he already has the customer base, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? Vinny signs up and he's buying the postcards for Dave, right? Vinny's building Dave's downline. It happens that quick. The next thing is we have dry cleaners, right? They're going out on every suit order that goes out the door. Okay. We also just got a Domino's pizza. A lady who owns a Domino's just bought 10,000 of these things. Guess where they're going? On every pizza box, right? So we also have people that own car washes. Again, I want you guys to think, where's the traffic at? It's no different than what Vic teaches you, right? You got to go to the traffic. Just put your toe in it and you're in it. So car washes, right? Again, the same exact thing. We know people in the car wash business. Hey, how much to get these out? And now guess what? They're going on every front seat of a clean car. When that customer gets in, it's sitting right there. Okay, so I want you guys just to think about where else can you guys do this. You don't have to go hand one out at a time, although you can. It's all good. Can you go to Home Depot parking lot? Yeah, absolutely. I don't recommend it though. I'm just giving you guys some ideas.
I wouldn't cold hand him out because you don't want to be that guy, like in a party.
Right.
Hey, take nobody. If people don't like, this is your warm
Warm people.
care about. That would be like
Yes.
the lower hanging fruit. The second phase, what Frank was talking about. Hey, if you know, like I know a guy over here that owns like a European deli or whatever, right?
Yeah.
A store that I know the dude. I can go to the store and I can say, leave this pack of 20 here on your desk.
So this is the gist of what was offered. I thought it might be a good idea for our team if you all were interested. The numbers here directly for if you're thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. I think the concept of what they're talking about with the numbers as far as our approach is helpful. So I thought I would share this with you because I thought especially the round ones, and in my mind, I'm thinking Silver Eagle, information's on the back and you can go anywhere with it, So I wanted to share this with the team so that it gave you some options on presenting 7K. They're doing it with a little different angle in that they're presenting gold and silver, but it makes sense because people are talking about this and people are interested. And it would not be hard once you find someone attracted to gold and silver or silver, just focus on silver. Because like you said, 85% of people are silver customers, and that's because silver is more economical than gold. So I just kind of thought that this might be a good angle to approach. It would not be a far stretch to get people in through gold and silver or silver and direct them into being a builder. A lot of times we have organizations, churches, things like that. Imagine if you gave 50 to your church and they passed them out in the congregation. It wouldn't be too hard to, make a leap where that would go. So what do you all think?
You want me to start off or do you want to start, Tyler?
Evan. Hello?
Yep.
There we go. Sorry, I was having mic
Yep.
issues. Yeah, I think postcards are a fantastic thing, the round ones especially. I mean, I used to send out for my old job, I legitimately sent out like at least 500 postcards a day, and they were losing their ass on every single one of those. It just depends on the strategy we use to place those postcards? What types of businesses? I mean, I already know a few immediately off the bat that I could just set them there and let it run. There's others, certain churches, Stone Church, Parkview, connections that I have through family and friends, stuff like that could definitely get the up and off the ground. I think it's a great lead and something really nice because it's tangible. You can hand it to someone. You say, hey, like, you want to know more? Like, you can listen to me and my long-winded explanation of why I'm so excited about it, or, you know what, learn it for yourself. And then that could also funnel back to the website that we're trying to build for like education purpose, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with Tyler. I think this is a godsend because I have been having the doggone hardest time. You know, those wealth strategies brochures are very expensive. They're almost $2 they're $2 a pop. And I don't mind using them on the right people. But the problem is but when you try to get to the masses and try to get something out, I love this QR code idea because here's the thing. I think one of the problems I was doing is going a little long on the video. I'd rather have a teaser on the set Y7K. So like when the postcard goes to the scan code and they the QR and they scan it, I like the teaser idea because I don't really want to send them anything else until they give me permission to do it. Because sometimes I feel like we're giving them something, they're not even watching the whole long video. I could see using this at church. I mean, everywhere. I can literally see I can see this thing being like sort of the key thing to really taking off the warm marketing. My question for you, Steve, is they don't have some kind of a control in regards to, can we take I can get this cheaper for us. So
I already know where you're going, Ray.
yeah, Kevin will do this. Kevin will save us money because I already did my math on this thing. There's no way we have to pay $425 for 500. We're not gonna have to pay 80 cents a card. No way.
So what I was thinking, what I was also thinking, what happens when you do that? The printer wants to design. So
I have a workaround all ready for this connection. My girlfriend's mom owns a print shop.
okay, then fine, we can do that. The other thing too is I was thinking about this too. Let me go back here.
That would actually be valuable too, because if we ever wanted to do a seminar or advertised podcast, so on and so forth, stuff like that, we can have signs made.
Yeah, well, I have a podcast show, so I'm
I
just
could tell.
a host. But I was wondering, I know they don't break up the design, but I was wondering if they would break up the QR code. And as a group, we ordered 10,000. And let's say, even if we had 10 people, that'd be $142.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, but Steve, you're looking at, but I mean,
You have 1,000 for $142.
yeah, but Steve, are we saying that do they have an exclusive right over this thing? Because if not,
No. We're not saying that. No, we're not. No.
what I'm saying
I'm
is-
just throwing ideas.
well,
I
the
know
reason-
you're right, Ray.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
No, you are absolutely right. I know what you're saying. You're right. I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
You know what the problem with the 10,000 is? The problem with the 10,000 is they have to be all one. They have to be
That's
all
true.
one.
It has to be all one.
And it would be one. It sounds like it's one person, and I don't want to do 10,000 individually. I mean, collectively be one thing, but
That's what I
individually.
meant. Collectively, we
Yeah.
figure out what it is. 10 people would have to get the same design.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to have all these different, unless I'm wrong on this, wouldn't it be one person, one design, or would that be separated between everybody's
That's
design?
why I would ask them, would they do
Yeah.
10 separate QR codes so that we have our own separate.
And I'm sure it changes depending on the size of the order, how customizable it is, so on and so forth. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I would have my own site. You would have your own site. Tyler would have his own site. Dan, Walter, anyone else that will want to do it. William, they'd have their own. That's all I'm saying. That's just an option. There's no exclusivity on it. I'm not,
It's also I don't think they can own the rights because the images posted are public domain. Like, it's silver coins minted by the U.S. government, by other, you know what I mean?
Right.
so there's no possible way to own those images or the rights to those images.
Yeah.
It's just there. They just decided to implement those in the design in a nice way.
Yeah, and we were already doing that with what we're doing here. So
Yeah.
we'd already started that. I've used these all the time, but they're not as attractive as a Silver Eagle
Yeah.
in your hand. It's just that simple.
Yeah. When somebody hands you a
This is the same
brochure,
thing, really.
yeah.
This is the exact same thing. We came up with this a long time ago. Exact same thing. They just have a better design. I'm not a designer. You know,
Well, it's really the design. It's not really the design. I mean, design's one thing, but really the magic is in that QR, man. That's, to me, that's what's going to really,
well, that's what we have here, QR.
oh,
That's-
okay. Well,
that's
that's my bad.
That's been there. We had the QR.
I wasn't marketing it that way. I guess I,
Yeah,
my
I was
bad.
marketing with the QR all the time.
Oh, okay.
That when we
Simplicity,
had the first
yeah.
meeting, I don't think you were there, but I was marketing with the QR.
Oh,
This,
okay.
and we were able to put our own contact information on here. So we're able to still buy the brochure, but we made it personalized. And the QR code is not just for me, it was for everybody's. Only thing I did differently is I bought a domain name that we all could use by putting on a different slug. So that's the one thing I did, but it will still be personal to everybody. So yeah, it's you know, I just think I just thought the design of the coin and this and that would do so much more than maybe what this is doing. You know, this is a lot more information, but you still have the QR code. People look at this. You know, I've been giving these brochures out, but I think I want you to hear the numbers they were talking about. I want you to see the cards. I want you to hear the numbers they were talking about. If you all are saying not buy any samples and you want to design from what's here, that's fine. You can do
Yeah,
that.
we can definitely talk about it going forward. Absolutely.
You know,
We'll figure out first and foremost, figure out where we're going to get them from. I'll talk to her mom, see if she has the correct equipment to do this en masse, to full scale, so on and so forth, everything. And if not, we can see how much it would cost to help get that. So on and so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that'd be great too, because that's just bringing more people, more business.
exactly. So, but I want you to hear that whole part of it, what they were doing, what the number thing, what they were and how they were doing the poster. It wasn't
Yeah.
just mailing, because a lot
Yeah,
of
no,
times
mailing
we
is horrible.
away
Mailing
from
is so
mailing.
bad.
Right.
Yeah. Mailing is not always successful, but being able to place them, put them here, put them there, and you got that kind of design, that
It's
makes
catchy.
a whole big difference. That's what's attractive. I would not mail not one of them. I don't think. Maybe I will. I don't know.
Steve, you were just a little bit ahead of your time. You know, so here's the thing. Well, I mean, through trial and error, they've got something really good. First of all, thanks for sharing this, man, because this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the best meeting I've been on right now, because this is a game changer right here. I'm telling you, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
And also with the fact that Tyler coming on board here, Tyler is going to be helping us on, he's going to be building a team with us over here, and he's going to be dynamic, but he's also, I am finding a way to compensate him even when he's helping people that are not in his direct downline.
Yeah.
So he's going to be dynamic on this thing. And as far as what we should be doing is comparing. So I think Tyler should go to his girlfriend's mom, find out what she can do, use those numbers. I'll go to Kevron Printing. Let's just compare it out, because we know that we can get it. There's no doubt we can do better than these prices, but like
What
Steve
kind of
said,
quality can we match? What kind of catch can we match? How are we going to be able to design it properly? Yeah.
I was thinking a lot about Dan and his group more, because there's a lot of people in this line, and something that's economical and makes it easy for them to to get things moving without all the training. Everybody's not in this Zoom at times. I mean, I can do a full training if we had to, if we had, and as we get more people, I'll do that. There is available training every Friday, but
Hopefully that's something
I
we'll
want to
make.
make it simple for everybody, and he's got a huge group, and I want to make it simple for him.
Absolutely.
So,
Yep.
And that's definitely one gap that I really do hope to fill with Ray when we get this up in our website, everything up and going. Is that's what I'm truly passionate about, is the education side. The more I can teach, or the more we can teach people, the more freedom it gives them, the more choices it gives them. And I think that's invaluable, because that's really the overall goal: financial literacy, financial freedom. And it doesn't matter whether it's through 7K or whatever it is you decide to do. It's gaining the knowledge, the experience to move forward with whatever business idea or goal you have. Because once you think this way, there's no longer that like, I don't know what I want to do. Because that's the question that plagues my generation.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to go to school? Am I going to become a professional? Am I going to be a doctor? Am I going to be a lawyer? But there's so many options, and none of them seem very good, because they all mean 300 grand in debt, 300 grand in debt. And it's all nothing that I want to do. This forces you to look at, what am I passionate about? What can I do better than other people? And well, I know I can teach people things. I can speak well, calmly, concisely, clearly, and hopefully through that, once you teach people, they'll jump on board, so on and so forth. I think it's a great opportunity, and we can connect everybody together so everybody wins, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Walter, you got anything you want to add there?
Yeah. Hi, Tyler.
How you doing, brother?
Are you computer, like Photoshop savvy?
No, I can do Premiere pretty well, but Photoshop, I use a guy named Mike.
No, I mean, like, just editing. I got on the computer. I was pretty zealous, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do some videos. And I get on there and I'm like, how do I run this thing? I don't know how to run it. And it's like a whole education. Like, I need to go to college just to run iMovie and Photoshop. So
one thing, if you're doing videos, check out Adobe Premiere. I don't know if I'm allowed to. You can torrent it online. You can find it pretty easily, or pay for it too. But Adobe Premiere, I'd say, is the easiest to get your foot into and say, okay, this is how I can chop it up. And then that learning curve comes from, the couple hours on YouTube. How do I do this transition? How do I do X, Y, Z to gain the effect that you're looking for? And I am by no means a professional. My videos look awful. But going forward, that'd be a great hole to fill for education purposes, to help people get in contact or connected with that type of knowledge.
Yeah, cool. Where are you out of?
Orland.
Say again?
Orland.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois, the Chicagoland area.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
How about yourself?
That's where I grew up over there. I live in Wyoming now, but
I gotcha.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, Walter.
I went to Wild Tech.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're a smart man.
Yeah, that's why I got my certificates. I was in automotive in my earlier life.
There you go.
I went. I stayed in Laramie. It was a 6 months course, but you had to go 8 hours a day, and it was no problem getting a job once I went there, because I don't know if they're still number one. They were number one then in the whole country.
They're good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, just maybe one thing I'd say from the meeting is it seemed, for me, the hard part is we get all kinds of gadgets and stuff, and like, this is going to be the ticket. Well, I don't know. There's ever, in the business world, there's never really a silver bullet. There's nothing special about anything. Somebody says they got something. It's not the specialist thing in the world. It's
Absolutely.
Just getting out there and talking about it, So
100%. I think you're totally right.
Yeah.
And I agree, but sometimes we just need help. Some people can't really convey what they're trying to say, and some people give up because of that. They had the example of those two pilots. That's what they were going to do. Clearly, they make enough money to maintain, but they weren't there for the gold and silver. But when they presented those flyers out, or they were successful. They created a whole downline. So
one other thing too.
What's going to happen with everyone? All I'm saying is, I try to find tools to suit a variety of people. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. So that's why you got to have different tools. So some people can explain real well and articulate. Some people can't. So
One thing too that the postcards definitely bring to the table is it's not like everybody has that restaurant they go to a lot, a business owner, friend, so on and so forth, that you can pop it in there, and it just creates free hot leads. No one's going to contact you through that unless they're interested, and it's zero effort, and it's just you're guaranteeing free marketing and that free placement. I mean, talk to the business owner. How well do you know them? Can they add it in their brochure book? Can they? How much do they like you?
Yeah.
And you need to prove to them that you're bringing something good to their consumers too, and saying like, yeah, you go through here, this is this opportunity, and if they want to learn more, come to our website. They can learn as much as they want to know, and then from there it can link to the People's Depot, to whatever your website is. Walter, same with you, Dan, right? Whatever it may be. It's just creating that extra little bit of funnel for free. So I mean, that funnel could have either been an ad campaign through Facebook. It could have been targeted through like Twitch streamers, whatever it may be, to hit those different demographic profiles. But this is just a free one, and it's local too, in your area. People probably know you. I mean, especially as you're making a name for yourself in your community, like Ray's been encouraging me to do. I think that's the largest thing, is creating that central community around your area, and then expand it outward from there. Like Ray said, if you live in Orland, you're not going to start marketing in Aurora. You're going to start at close to home first before you start moving and expanding and scaling, because the smaller you start, the better that core is, the more lubed up it'll be as you move forward. There's not going to be any grinding,
We've been talking a lot about the design and the marketing. I saw this video on Friday when it was live there.
Mhm.
Oh,
A
did
lot
you?
of ideas beyond the design and beyond the marketing. What's the best way? I'm having a little challenge getting the links, that the QR code would link to, because they mentioned going to the Y7K video, and then once they watch that, then there's an opportunity to go to the next video. So where can we get that link for each of our separate accounts?
So one way you can do that is you can put a link of a page that would have, because they got like 4 videos.
Yeah.
What it was seeing. So you would link a page that has the videos on it, is how you would do that.
Well, that's one.
Um,
But a better way would be to link directly to the video, so that when they click on it, they watch the video right then and there and don't have to go to a web page.
Yeah, you probably, I want to buy the,
I have the 7K Metals app, and there's the Y7K video there, but I tried to get the link to it, but it didn't seem to work.
well, what I wanted to do was simply buy a set of them to see how it's working. But what I would do, they got to be doing it. You only have one QR code on there. So you got to be, and which means you can only link that code to one URL. So they got to be linking it to a URL that has a group of those videos. It's the only way to do it that I see.
No, because on the phone, if you have the 7K Metals app on the phone,
Oh, yeah. That,
it goes to a video. You can watch the Y7K video, and then at the end of that video, it says, watch the next video, and then
you can do it that way too.
Do it that way.
You can do it that way too.
I need to figure out how to get that link.
All
What
it
link
is
do you-
is the link that you're looking for is the 7kmetals.com/ and then your like name. Mine is TJ Hancock, Ray's is 7K Ray, whatever your they would be that link that you copy and you generate that and do a QR code. I guess
Because
but it would be linked. So at first you scan that QR code, it takes you to the video, and then the link after that, like sign up now, great, and it'll take you directly to your 7K Metals page. Or you want to learn more, it'll take you to another thing with more videos that they can go through, and it can all be on one web page too. So it's not like it'd be super hard, and it could just be an umbrella domain that we can use. And then that, if you want to learn more from me, bang, you can go to mine, and then from there it can link again to 7K, or straight from there directly back to 7K. This is just getting people to know that information page, because realistically, we shouldn't have to do much of any talking. It should all be in retrospect. So when someone contacts you, you go, oh, hey, you went through the videos? Yeah, what more do you want to know? Bang. Does that make more sense for you, Dan? Or did I not answer the question at all?
No, that doesn't answer.
Okay, then I'm confused
If you
too.
have your cell phone app, 7K Metals app on your phone,
No,
Yeah, I do.
there's no need for it though.
whether or not there's a need for it, that is
Okay.
an example of
Sure.
going to the video. So that video is somewhere in the system. When you play that video, that's the Y7K Metals video, 7 minutes long or something. 7K, 7 minutes, maybe that's coincidence. But then at the end of that video, you can say sign up now. There's a button there, or you can say watch the next video.
Mhm.
I want to link to that video site so they can watch that, and then they can click sign up now. Yes, it'll go to my site, or they can click watch the next video, because if you watch that whole video that Steve was playing, they talk about the sequence of one video, then the next video, then the next video. So I want them to go through that sequence. So I need the link to my Y7K video that I see on my phone under my account.
Okay.
I can try to get with you later, Dad. It's fine.
Okay,
Why don't we like, so we go through the process and sort of see it first, because a lot of times we're speculating without going, so we can do trial and error.
You can
know.
create whatever you want. You could take any video and attach whatever link you want to it. It doesn't make any difference. You can, you can.
gotta have the link to the video where 7K has it. Right now it's on my phone, but I try copying the link.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know
That
what
would
you're
just
saying.
yeah. If you
I know what
go
you're
just
saying, but you don't have to do that. But you're right. It could work either way. I could take any video, download it, clean it, and attach any link to it that I want.
I don't want to recreate, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. They've got the Y7K video. It has the next links, sign up now or watch the next video. I just want to be able to link to that video.
yeah, you'll be able to. You'll be
Boom,
able to.
Done.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be able to.
Now I can send that video link through that app on my phone to you or somebody or anybody.
Yeah.
Somehow, by text message or email. I tried sending it to me, but then when I click on it, it's kind of a shortened, what do they call it, like the tiny URL or something.
Yeah.
It's code, but it did not open for me. So I did something wrong, or somehow it didn't work. So I'm just trying to clarify. And if Walter can help me or anybody can help me figure that out.
And that was kind of the reason I was saying about creating your own, because you can't control somebody else's link. You can control your own. That's why marketers do that.
It is mine. It's in my account.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying,
Well,
but Tyler, if probably, if you have a solution, that'll probably be helpful for Dan.
Yeah.
Be able to do that. And
Once we figure we'll get the Y7K video and once we get it linked up how we want to on the website initially, we can then help you set it up too, so exactly how you want it. We'll work with you and go through that as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
'Cause
Dan-
obviously we haven't done any of it
Dan
yet, so I don't know.
Dan also has eStage.
Hmm.
He can do whatever he wants. He can have tons of pages that'll do that.
And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Hey, Tyler,
Yes, sir.
could you do me
kind of
You're lagging out here. The connection's pretty bad. You sound like a robot
on
right
your
now.
computer, since you're right there by your computer, pin a link for me?
Yeah, of course. What link do you need?
You guys hear?
Kinda. It's choppy.
Did I lose you?
You're back.
Okay. Did you hear my link or no?
No, I did not.
Okay, 7K Systems.
Okay.
.com //s/ capital Q capital T XLS. Anybody else get anything?
It's just a white screen. It's not pulling up for me.
Okay. Can you read that back?
Yeah, absolutely. It actually changed the URL. Can you say it one more time for me?
Yeah, it's the number 7
Yep.
and then K
Yep.
systems.com /S/ capital Q capital T XLS.
Yeah, it brings up the sharing app, right? That's what it's supposed to.
Well, no, you're supposed to link. That's the link to that Y7K video when I send it to somebody.
Yeah, so this is what pulls up. If you click it, nothing, I don't know why, nothing comes up on my end.
Okay.
That's the problem I was
There's
having.
I saw a / between the S and the Q.
Yeah. /S/ capital Q capital T XLS.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that's the main link for that video, that when you send that to somebody, that's what they click on. That's where it goes. So we'll have to figure that out. But I got to run to work. So good seeing you guys.
well,
Yeah.
That's all I have for today. Hopefully that's helpful to everyone.
Yeah, Steve, thank you so much. I'll tell you why I'm excited about this. Like Walter said, there is no magic bullet or whatnot. The magic bullet is what you're going to consistently do all the time. So it doesn't matter what it is. So the thing, why I'm excited about it is there's two ways to market in all of our businesses. Well, two main ways, or cold sourcing or warm sourcing, right? What you can use for this one thing that they put a lot of work into, which we were trying to do, which they took it to another level, which is great. You can use it for whether, if you're a cold source person where you don't know anybody, you can still make a whole bunch of money on 7K, right? With this brochure, because with the postcard, because you can send out X amount. If you're willing to spend money, like Steve spent a few bucks on all this online stuff, but it's going to get return on investment. Or you can be like me. I know everybody in the universe. I don't need to spend $1 on meeting a new person that I don't know, because I have so many different networks. So, but what I love about this is I can hand it to them. I could send them a QR code. I could do so many different ways to almost everybody in the universe. And guess what? The hardest part about dealing with warm markets, sometimes it's too close to home. So you have a person that's close to you, a family member, a business partner, or somebody that's really close to you sometimes, but it's uncomfortable when they think that, oh man, Walter's in multi-level marketing right now. I think I'm going to avoid them this year, or something like that. You know what I mean? So now, guess what? You give people choices. You do it. You give it to them on their time agenda. They can do anything they want to do. All you can do is once in a while, hey, just let me know whenever you get a chance to look at it. If you want to go to the next level with it, it'll direct you over there to the next video. It's 7 minutes. If they can't take 7 minutes, they probably don't deserve to have wealth protection at this point until they start waking up, right? So that's why I like it. 10,000 postcards, even if it was $1,425, I'll invest $1,425 any day of the week to give me enough postcards to go for the next couple of years. You know what I mean? So, and I got a feeling that with the networks that we have, whether it's churches, businesses, even our pastor that we have on Michael on our thing, we could go crazy with this thing, because it's gonna go crazy in the churches. You guys got to know this. It's gonna, you know what? And you guys know that I have about 2,000 churches in 5 states right now, and I haven't proactively done anything yet. But I see how this will be be non-threatening for everybody out there.
Ray, I find that funny because that's exactly. I had one friend from the military, and I had a lengthy discussion with him. He got me into some cryptocurrency when I was deployed with him. And then I started talking to him about this gold and silver, and he was kind of on board. And then I've been texting him, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? He had some family, and I can't get a hold of him. It's like, I don't know if he thinks I'm going to try to every time I talk to him talk about gold, silver, or what. But anyway, it's pretty funny. Hey guys, I got to run.
Okay.
Thanks for chatting. See you.
Just so
Fantastic.
everyone
Talk to you.
knows, you have the link, because you've been getting the emails, you have the link to where you can get this recording. We do have a group page, and you can go in there and see this recording again if you choose to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Excellent.
I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you.
Quick question.
Yes.
If someone signs up for the $200 membership package to get started, is there a limitation on getting people signed up underneath them, or do you have to have the $500 package?
There's no limitation for signing up underneath them. They just have to pay. They're just going to pay. I think after so many months, there's a $10 charge for the internet.
After 3 months, 3 months for the technology, for the back office.
Yeah. So there's no limitation. Okay, if they're not even, okay. Thank you, Dan, Tyler, Ray, I appreciate. And of course, give my thanks to Walter, Dan, for being on the meeting. And thank you all so much for being patient with me too. So I will see you.
Appreciate your help. Be in touch.
All
Good
right.
job.
Yeah,
See you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.